Welcome to Minds on Fire. The single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable one persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. Therefore, all progress depends on the unreasonable man. A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. Success does not consist in never making mistakes, but in never making the same one a second time. The power of accurate observation is commonly called cynicism by those who have not got it. The worst sin toward our fellow creatures is not to hate them, but to be indifferent to them. That's the essence of inhumanity. The possibilities are numerous. Once we decide to act and not react, we don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. Imagination is the beginning of creation. You imagine what you desire, you will what you imagine, and at last, you create what you will. You see things, and you say, "Why? But I dream things that never were." And I say, "Why not?" Life isn't about finding shelter in the storm. It's about learning to dance in the rain. The only man I know who behaves sensibly is my tailor. He takes my measurements anew each time he sees me. The rest go on with their old measurements and expect me to fit them. Beware of false knowledge. It is more dangerous than ignorance. Better keep yourself clean and bright. You are the window through which you must see the world. The people who get on in this world are the people who get up and look for the circumstances they want, and if they can't find them, make them. There is no love sincerer than the love of food. Life is no brief candle to me. It is a sort of splendid torch which I have got hold of for the moment, and I want to make it burn as brightly as possible before handing it on to future generations. The greatest of evils and the worst of crimes is poverty, our first duty, to which every other consideration should be sacrificed, is not to be poor. The only service a friend can really render is to keep up your courage by holding up to you a mirror in which you can see a noble image of yourself. We are made wise not by the recollection of our past, but by the responsibility for our future. The secret to success is to offend the greatest number of people. Do not do unto others as you expect they should do unto you. Their tastes may not be the same. There are two tragedies in life. One is not to get your heart's desire, the other is to get it. A government that robs Peter to pay Paul can always depend on the support of Paul. The best way to keep children at home is to make the home atmosphere-friendliest and let the air out of the tires. If you cannot get rid of the family skeleton, you may as well make it dance. The moment we want to believe something, we suddenly see all the arguments for it and become blind to the arguments against it. Youth is wasted on the young. Freedom means responsibility. That is why most men dread it. Life is a series of collisions with the future. It is not the sum of what we have been, but what we yearn to be. There are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. Youth is the most beautiful thing in this world, and what a pity that it has to be wasted on children. The golden rule is that there are no golden rules. Silence is the most perfect expression of scorn. A fashion is nothing but an induced epidemic. My way of joking is to tell the truth. It's the funniest joke in the world. People who say it cannot be done should not interrupt those who are doing it. The only thing that will redeem mankind is cooperation. Patriotism is your conviction that this country is superior to all others because you were born in it. You don't stop laughing when you grow old. You grow old when you stop laughing. A government must not only be a guarantor of order and security, but also a promoter of justice and equality. A life lived in fear is a life half lived. The greatest conflict is not between two people, but between one person and himself. I often quote myself. It adds spice to my conversation. The more things change, the more they remain insane. The first condition of progress is the removal of censorship. Make it a rule never to give a child a book you would not read yourself. Do not wait for the last judgment. It takes place every day.